The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, the good old days.
All right, what's all the excitement?
When radio was king.
Oh, Abbott, the big circus just came to town.
By the time programs such as this arrived, radio itself was well along in its history. And one place you can still see evidence of this rich history is the Appalachian Radio Museum at Asheville-Buncombe Community College. In a small room crammed to overflowing with early radio paraphernalia, visitors can see, touch, and listen to the instruments of history, whose warm dials look a lot like smiling faces from the past.
Gracie, you don't stand a chance. Presidents are born.
Well, what do you think I was, hatched?
This is a 1936 Zenith here. Here's one down here that's about 1950. It is a Zenith and does a very, very good job. Here's very early radios here. They go back to the early 1920s. Tubes are sticking out of the top, as you can see.
They're stacked cheek by jowl on the museum shelves. AM sets, mixed with shortwave. Radios from different eras. Crystal sets from the teens. And radios with brand names that are yet familiar. And other names lost to all but the longest memory.
You see, if you want to be a comedian, Alan, you better watch it. You see, you let that one get past you.
Oh, it didn't get past me, Mr. Benny. I've been around mules so long, I didn't notice it.
I'd like to show you a really interesting set from the mid-1920s. AC operated, and that makes it pretty early. These tubes that you see lit up are voltage dropping tubes, and they will drop the voltage down to a level that the transformer can work with. Of this type of receiver, it's a tuned radio frequency type, and you would turn the knobs until you bring both of them in resonance. There are people who come in who are ham radio operators. There are collectors who come in, and there are grandmas and grandpas that want to show the kids what Grandpa had, what they listened to back in the 30s and 40s.
Dragnet.
Yes, the memories just keep on coming here at the Radio Museum. All across our state, through good times and bad, radio kept us up on the news.
It's a felony to hit a police dog.
And entertained us.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
You can look at an old radio here in the museum and practically hear those whispers from the past.
You're hearing me on a 1940s microphone, but she still works, and we're all very pleased to have something like this in the museum.
And pleased as well to go back even further than radio, into the age of telegraph, when Samuel F.B. Morse's new invention made it possible to organize things better.
Samuel F.B. Morse, what, about 1820? You were there, John.
A time when bored summer boys hung around the train depot, listening for the dots and dashes from down the track and around the state.
Well, I'll tell you a little story about that. A friend of mine and I decided we would learn that. But he lived on one end of town, I lived on the other end of town, but he could lean out his upstairs window and two little alligator clips like this in a wire, hook it onto a phone line, 2 wires. I would trace those 2 wires to my house, hook on the same phone line, start practicing. Every time the telephone truck we'd see coming by, I'd have to jerk it down, because we were interfering telephone somewhere.
And it wasn't long before he was hammering out code for a living. Good enough that he became one of a group of telegraph operators working for the railroad in the days after World War II.
Marion, Morganton. Operating a railroad, you had to keep track of all the trains in Asheville. I didn't admit I made a mistake, but I did a time or two.
Some ham radio operators still use code today.
On 20 meters, he's in Northern Virginia. Propagation allows me to talk from here to many places over the globe with just a few watts of power. K4 Sugar Victor calling CQ 20 meters and listening for a call. Some people call it skip. Typically on a normal day here on the East Coast, we can easily talk to Europe in very much the same fashion just by calling CQ with a 100-watt radio and a very simple antenna.
CQ is the ham shorthand for I'm here and ready to talk.
CQ calling CQ 20.
And it looks like Dave has made a contact.
Kilo 4 Sierra Victor, this is Kilo 5 X-Ray Sierra, over.
Good afternoon. My name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo.
My name is Bernie, B-E-R-N-I-E, Bernie, and we're located in the northwest corner of Arkansas, over.
The signals from ham sets and all other transmitters theoretically go on and on, into space, into time. So way out there somewhere, whoever may be listening could well be tapping their toes to a tune some of us remember from way back in radio's golden days.
And now for those two friendly hands, George Burns and Heinz Honey Gracie Allen.
And as for us here in the present, we've got the memories all packed up and ready to enjoy in one place, our state's own Appalachian Radio Museum.